Hi guys, Eric here again with another review. This time we're going to be taking a look at something different. It's Power Rangers figures, as you can see here. Not only that, it's a 2-pack. As a matter of fact, it's the Power Rangers Lightning Collection SPD B Squad and SPD A Squad Blue Ranger review. These are some really nice figures. This is actually my second 2-pack. I actually collect a lot of these figures, and they're super nice, super in scale. They look clean, very crisp. The other 2-pack I have is Psycho Red Ranger and the Lightning Collection Lost Galaxy SPD Red Ranger. But enough about that. Let's take a look at the box real quick so we can take a look at the figures. So here you are again with the box. You can see it's super well designed. I love this artwork. Very clean, simple artwork, minimalistic. I like that. You can see SPD B Squad, SPD A Squad, Hasbro. You can see both the characters. This is where they were. And this is actually, I believe, a special edition box. They had other ones and it's just white. It's white and it's just like white in the color. And I think these are special because they're black and they have this very reflective rainbow colored tampographed logo on here. There's the top. They had multiple of these. They had 2 or 3, and one of them was just a plain color. They had the SPD, I meant to say In Space Red Ranger and Astronema 2-pack, the regular one, and then this box art as well. Assuming these are variant figures, you can see it goes along the edge. Other side as well. SPD Police. This badge, here's the back of the box. Kind of wish they had descriptions. You know, it is what it is. So that's it for the box. Now let's get on to the figures. So here we are with both figures. You can see they look really nice together. They do come in a set. Just pick them up real quick, bring them closer to the camera. You can see this. Very faithful to the TV show. Just got a little bit of dust on him. He was on display before I got this review together. He's got super nice detailing. Insane. Like he's got the little SPD printed on them. And, you know, just got him this little mock pose. Here he is, really nice figure. I'll get into his accessories when I look at them individually. But this is the SPD B Squad Blue Ranger. She doesn't fall right there. Fall. And then here we're gonna look at the SPD B Squad A Squad. Really nice figure. And it's crazy how they're doing a kind of obscure villain as a figure. And you know, for all you customizers out there, you could definitely make this into any of the other A Squad figures. It would just be a matter of painting the helmet, this, and the gun accents and stuff. But super nice. You know, from what I've seen, I have gone back and rewatched some of the footage of SPD. You know, he's actually an American-only villain, by the way. He has super nice. Super nice detail everywhere. SPD tampographed on there. It's been painted really nicely. It's very armored up and like, I guess he's like SWAT kind of. He's got this helmet piece in the back of his actual helmet. He's like riot gear on and stuff. He's got his gun right here. Let's actually take a look at him first and his accessories. So here we are with the figure, and this figure honestly doesn't come with a lot, but it doesn't need it. You know, he's only ever in the show for a handful of episodes, you know, the first one and then towards the end. Spoilers, yeah. But he doesn't come with much. As a matter of fact, he only comes with this gun right here, this assault rifle, put him back there, and an extra pair of hands. Might as well look at those real quick. Got there are actually 2 fists that he comes with. You can see really nice detail. Very nicely done. And he's actually the same hand as these, just, you know, painted or molded in a different color. This is white, and this one's black. Of course, so this is one of his extra hands, and he has another gun holding hand. You know, and his gun fits right in here. Of course, the one thing that they didn't do good on these is they didn't cut the trigger finger, which is a major L, honestly, major L. And his other hands are his fist right here, his other fist, you just saw it, and his other trigger hand that I accidentally cut the... I tried to give him a separated finger and I cut myself actually. Exactly, you can't see anymore because it healed up, but yeah. So those are his only accessories, and I guess we could take a closer look at his gun. This is his only weapon that he comes with. Super nicely detailed. I mean, it looks like what's on the show, which is what matters the most. You know, pretty faithful to the on-screen counterpart. You know, pretty basic, just colored black SPD and the blue accents. You know, and it fits in his hand pretty well, just like this. Just that it's a little bit hard to pose because, you know, you can't really hold it too well just because, actually, I mean, look, you got a nice decent pose going right there. SPD Blue Ranger, A Squad. Really nice figure. So let's take this gun off and I'll show you how to change the hands real quick. Just put his fists on, just pop off like so. It's a little bit tough the first time, but you know, they just come right off. Little peg system. Just pop this in here. Get a nice little, yep, satisfying noise, and there you go. He actually does come with one more thing for his gun. I'll look at that before we get into the articulation. This piece right here, his effect piece, just clicks into the barrel of his gun like so. There's a special way of putting it in, I think. It's odd. There you go. Just like that, and you got an energy effect. It's molded to fit the barrel like this. There you go. It's actually really nice color. I don't know how accurate this is to the show, but it looks really nice. Now let's follow on with his articulation. Very nicely articulated figures this is. None of the armor gets in the way. Let's start. 360 rotation on the head. It could be a little impeded by his shoulder pads, but it works. Head goes down, up, pretty decent, you know. He is a guy in a full suit of armor. He has butterfly joints right here on both sides. Arms go up all the way, unhindered by his shoulder pads. Down, elbows, upper arm swivel. Double jointed elbows. 360 hand rotation and hinge. You know, really nice detailing look. Super nice paint. Everywhere his figure's done really nicely. It is a 2-pack. He's got a waist swivel. An upper bicep. Upper torso goes all the way back. Really nice. All the way down. Perfect. Unhindered at all by his armor. He actually is his upper torso swiveling. Doesn't go 360, but enough, you know. Look at this. Legs go forward, not back at all. Out. Upper thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. Boot swivel. Foot goes up. Not really. Down, and an ankle pivot. That's the SPD A Squad Blue Ranger. Now let's take a look at his compatriot, the SPD Squad B Squad Blue Ranger. And here we are looking at the figure. It's super nice. This figure is done very well. The paint and the color of the suit looks insane. It looks really close to what's on the TV. And looking at it through the camera here, a new camera, it looks super clean. It looks just like I'm looking at it in real life. You know, in the way of paint, there's not much except, you know, the standard stuff like the helmet. Might as well take a closer look at that. He's got really nice sculpting on the badge up here of the SPD badge. All the paint on the helmet looks really nice. You know, there's a few paint splotches here and there, but for the most part, the paint is really done very well. You can see that it's molded really well too. It reminds me of the Red Ranger, which we will put them together. I have him as well. The number 2 going down the side and down his arm is done very nicely. It lines up super well. You know, it doesn't break up too much when you try to articulate him. A little bit of paint scuff right there, that's okay. It's a nice deep flat black, which looks good. Continues down the back side as well. Some of the detail and molding on here is done really nice. As you can see, the SPD badge is on there. You can see it really clearly. A little bit of paint scratch, but it's fine. And they sculpted in a lot of wrinkles as it would be in real life, like a spandex suit on all the major joint parts, his shoulders, his biceps, elbows, wrists. look really, really well done, as do the hands. You can see the hands right here. Sculpted super nice. It looks like leather, honestly, white leather gloves. Farther down, let's look at the belt. The belt does say SPD, and it's definitely one of the most overwhelming thing. The belt and the weapons, there's just zero paint on them. I mean, the paint that is on here looks really nice, but there's just zero paint on here to make the belt look even nicer. But you know, as I was talking about with the sculpting earlier, it goes down everywhere. You can see that, sculpting the legs, the feet, the boots. He even has treads and like sewed patterns on the bottom of the boot. You know, all in all, the sculpting and paint is really nice for what's on here. You know, you don't need much for a guy in a spandex suit. But how about paint? Let's look at the accessories. So here are the accessories for the figure. You get an alternate Sky head. I believe his name is Sky. Sculpted very, very well. Let me get the focus on that. Sculpted really, really nicely. The hair is done super well. It really does look like the actor on a TV show. I'll show you to switch that in a second. You get an energy effect piece. As this comes with all the figures, a lot of these just different color. You actually get his morpher, his SPD badge. You get a handle, like a trigger for his gun, his weapon actually. 2 weapon attachments. 2 of them, like I said. A karate chop hand. And a hand molded specifically to use the SPD badge. And let me show you how these things work. So this is how the switching of the head works. It's literally just a ball joint. You just pull it off. Some of them are a little bit harder to take off, but here you go, you know. Head just comes off. You can put it on him, his alternate head. There you go. You got a maskless SPD B Squad Blue Ranger. And the hands come off just like you saw it with the A Squad Blue Ranger. But I'll show you how to do that again in case you forgot. Let's pull off his trigger hand on this side and put in his karate chop hand. There you go. Karate chop. We can put in, I'll show you how to use the other hand. This is his license holding hand, his SPD badge holding hand. I'll put that in for you. Like I said, these just pop off. Plug it in right here. And, you know, while we're here, I'll give you a little closer look at his little SPD badge. You know, this is done super, super nice. You can see it has crazy detail. It actually was smudged like that, actually, how it got out of the box, but you know, really nice. It got really nice SPD paint logo right there. You know, I mean, for the amount of paint that's on here, that's crazy. It's super small and it got it to look really nice. You know, it just plugs in his hand right here like this. There you go. Judgment time. Let's look at the other accessories, like his weapons. So I took the liberty to putting his other accessories back on, the 2 hands and the helmet, while we take a closer look at his gun weapon. So this is the handle that he's gonna hold on to, right? Super nice detail. You can see that it even sculpted the SPD logo right there. The trigger. Really, really nice sculpting all around. That right there. Don't know what that is. Whatever that was is not there anymore. So yeah, this just fits into either one of his hands. I prefer to put it onto his left hand, my left. You know, like I said, it just fits in here super nice and snug, like that. And his finger is actually sculpted to have a trigger finger fit in there. And it makes it easier to pose with this hand. Angles up and down, or forward and back like this, at an angle. So we have his gun like this. Show you the other extensions. I think these are like harpoons. I haven't seen this shown forever, but this is what they look like. There's a short and long version. They have really, really nice paint to match the figure. Get a nice close look at this. And just like I said earlier, this plain silver just kills it for me, I think. You know, this is one of them. It just fits on him like so. Like that. So they show it in the box. That's one of them. Nice accessory. Fits on there like that. Then there's another one actually. This is the one that makes you think harpoon. Here we go. It's the exact same thing, just extended. You can see there. It's just extended on here. And it serves the same purpose. Just pop this off and connect this one right here. You can get some pretty nice poses with this, honestly. I just don't know how to do it. I mean, I think this is like a scoped weapon. I could be wrong. Could go like this and hold it on here. But one of my gripes about this thing is that it pops off really, really easily. You know, something like this, you know, the angle of it. That's what it looks like. And as in the way of like weapon storage, not really existent. This is too big, but he does have this little compartment here on the side of his belt to put this one in there. And I only discovered that after watching another video, but it fits in there just like so, and that's his weapon storage. But yeah, I mean, if you have it right there, you can pose both of them with him like this. I like to do his pose like this somehow, you know, as if he just got done shooting or something. But I mean, it looks really nice on the figure. You know, it's faithful to the TV show, and it looks super good. There he is holding his weapon. Here he is with the A Squad figure. Here we go. Now let's look at some comparisons and some final thoughts. So here are the two figures together. As for height, they're right about the same size. It's just the angle of my camera, but they are the exact same height. Let's bring them into some other Lightning Collection figures. Here I have the SPD Red Ranger. Single release, of course. They make a perfect pair. You move him out of the way. Let's look at these two together. It looks super, super clean. SPD Red Ranger and SPD Shadow Ranger. All these figures together look really, really nice. Got the SPD. This is the SPD crew. This is all my SPD figures. They're all on the same scale. They're actually all from the Lightning Collection. Not only does he fit in with your SPD Lightning Collection figures, get these guys out of the way, also fits in with other Power Rangers from the Lightning Collection, like the White Ranger Tommy, and other 6.5-inch lines like Marvel Legends. Yep, they're all on the 6.5-inch scale line, and they look really, really nice together. So final thoughts for this review. These are some really, really nice figures. Perfect addition to any collection, especially your Power Rangers Lightning Collection, which is what I personally collect. What I really like about them is that they fit into any scale. Well, I mean, 6.5-inch scale, if you know what I mean. Like, they fit in with your Marvel Legends, your DC figures, your Star Wars Black Series. I would say the only thing really setting this series or this 2-pack back is the lack of paint that we talked about in, you can see in this belt and the armor of the A Squad Blue Ranger. But altogether, this is a really nice addition to your collection, and I would say pick it up as it just dropped. And that's all I have for you guys. Thank you a lot. Tune in for the next review, and Happy New Year.